Hey guys, just doing a little live stream right now. So, as the title says, what's on your mind? What's been going on? What are you thinking about? Been a been a long week for me. Uh, some of you might know, but probably not. My sister was riding her road bike to work yesterday, and she was hit, and she's in the hospital right now. She has a broken pelvis, hip, knee. Pretty much her whole right side is destroyed. She was in surgery until about 8:30 last night, and she's in. She's doing good, and so just a little update on that. So, just want to see what's on your mind, what everybody's up to, and go from there. What's up, Junior? I just, had a buddy of mine from work over. We had a couple beers hanging out and just trying to unwind from the week. Wife and kids are gone for the weekend. They went visit some friends of ours up in Virginia. So just kind of chilling tonight. Gotta turn some lights on though. This lighting sucks. There we go. Now you can see my ugly face. So yeah, haven't been too busy in the shop this week, but already looking good for next week. We got a couple of jobs dropped off today, and yeah, that's about it, man. I don't have much to really say. I was hoping some people would jump on here and we have a little conversation. Yeah, Junior, it's been a long week, no doubt, man. It's been one of them weeks, but you can't have all good weeks, you know. Hopefully, we get some people jumping on here shortly. I didn't advertise that I was gonna go live. I was supposed to be doing a video today, but just didn't work out. I was gonna do a video today of my most used tools and why I use them the most and what benefits they have. But hopefully, maybe next week I can get that video done. And I want to, start doing some more video content. So, talking with my Matco dealer, we're gonna try to do some type of giveaway here. Maybe I don't know. I was talking about maybe if when I hit 100 subscribers, doing a video and doing a giveaway of some sort. I don't know if that's gonna work out or not, but we'll figure something out. My Matco dealer, he's pretty cool. We do a lot of videos and always kicking around new ideas. Actually, he's gonna be doing a electrical diagnostics class here um, in about 2 weeks, and he asked me if I'd do a video of it and everything. So that'll be pretty cool. I'm been trying to keep my videos kind of short. I don't like them getting all long and run out. So you keep your attention. Yeah, that's true. it is secondary. It's just it is what it is. I just try to update people whenever I can and put out videos whenever I can. Like I've been trying to do a Matco Tools Tuesday deal, but the last couple Tuesdays when he stopped by, I've just been too busy and don't really have time. And it is what it is. Cheers. So, Junior, what line of work are you in? I'm assuming some type of you're a mechanic or something. Nope. Got somebody else just joined. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Junior. Yeah, dropping my phone. Yeah, I'm 38. Uh, been in the army for the last 8 years. Just got out in May, and started doing auto body. I've always wanted to do something automotive. I've always had a passion for it, and just something I've always wanted to do. It was my pleasure. The way I see it is, there's no need to thank me. Uh, Anybody can enlist, but it takes a special person to be able to do it on a daily basis, day in, day out. It's not for everybody, and I was just one of those people that chose to do it. I enjoyed it. It was good life, but I joined late in life. I joined at 30, and it was just time for me to do other things and, you know, be able to think for myself again. Yeah, well, I appreciate it, Junior. You know, I don't look for people to say thank you for my service and stuff like that. Uh, you know, everybody's job is important. No matter what it is you do, you serve a purpose, and everybody should look at their job as being meaningful. It don't matter if you're a short order cook, housekeeper. Don't matter what it is. Everybody's job has a meaning and a purpose. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really know what to say. I'm kind of just zoning out and trying to relax from the week, and figured I'd do a video and hopefully get some people on here, but not too many. You're the only one on here right now, Junior. I had Nick on here for a minute and he jumped off. Uh, but I'll stay and bullshit with you for a little bit and get some type of dialogue going. Uh, I'm a pretty simple man, to be honest. I don't have a lot to talk about, but if you give me a subject, I'll see what I can say. I don't know. Sometimes I think I got the attention span of a gnat because I'll think, oh man, I'm gonna do a video or I'm gonna do a live stream or something like that, and I'll get on there and then I'm like, I freeze. Like, well, what am I gonna talk about? But I just try to keep it real and be me. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat things or anything like that. I'm gonna give you my opinion and talk about whatever comes to mind. Which right now nothing's really coming to mind. Just mindless rambling right now. Yeah, real is good. Like I said earlier, I had a buddy of mine from work over here, and we were just kind of shooting the shit, drinking a couple beers, and we were talking about, uh, you know, a lot of different things, but the main thing we was talking about was death. And as morbid as that sounds, life life isn't a guarantee, and people need to realize that. Um, Whenever it's time to meet your maker, however and whatever you believe, but uh, you know, just live your life to the fullest. Don't second guess things. If you got an opportunity to do something, do it. If you can, uh, you want something, go get it. Work hard for what you do. Work hard for the things you have, and just enjoy your life. Don't, you know, like I said, don't second guess things, because in the end of time, you're not gonna be like, oh, well, what if I would have done this? Because you're not gonna know. So you got an opportunity to do something, do it. I mean, damn, I've done a lot of things in my short lifespan. I graduated high school and moved out to Wyoming. People are like, why do you want to live in Wyoming? I was like, I don't know. I always wanted to see the mountains, go out to the Rockies. Started skiing and snowboarding and learned a lot, just about life. Just I was away from my family, so I didn't have them to rely on. I could just do what I wanted to do. Just be myself, and learned a lot about just people and stuff like that. And I don't regret that in the least bit. I went out there at 19 years old and came home at 23, and It was just something I enjoyed. Shortly after coming back, met my wife. Oh man, I missed your comment. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, you gotta you gotta overcome a lot of obstacles in life. It don't matter what it is, uh, But if you were to just be down on yourself and all, depressed and shit about your situation, just makes it worse. It brings you down, brings the people around you down. If you got, man, you was left home at 8 and was raised in reform school. Damn, that's gotta be, man. But I bet you it made you a damn good person. You adapted, you overcame, and you're living your life. That's awesome. Uh, but you can't, you can't. What do I want to say? You can't have what ifs in life. You gotta go for the gold every time, and yeah, sometimes you're not gonna get it, but as long as you're striving for it, you're you're never gonna feel like you didn't achieve anything. Because I mean, I've had multiple goals in my life and not always achieved all my goals, but I know that I was capable of just due to circumstances or whatever, and you just can never give up. Hope. You never give up your aspirations. You just gotta keep driving on, and I mean, it's it is what it is. If you're if you're not I don't want to say not a strong-minded person, but if you don't have any willpower, if you don't have any, gumption, then all you're gonna do is sit and mope about things. But you get out there and start driving and pushing yourself, you can overcome a lot of things. I don't know if I got it figured out, but I feel like I feel like I got a lot of wisdom from my 38 years. Or maybe it's just the way I was raised. I don't know. It's uh, it's like me and my buddy was just talking about. It's he lost his mom a couple years ago, and he he has regrets about the way things went down before she passed and stuff. And I told him, I said, man, you can't, you know, she doesn't hold a grudge. She's gonna love you regardless. And yeah, maybe you feel bad because of the way things happened because you didn't get to apologize or you didn't get to make amends. But you know, she knows she knows that you loved her and you wanted to be that you were uh, sincere about how you really felt about your mother. And he's like, yeah, it's just sometimes it's hard. And I said, yeah, I never really I lost my grandparents when I was pretty young, but I never lost any real close family members that I felt like I needed to have a certain connection with before they passed or whatever. Um, so I don't know, just kind of the way I feel about things. Can't you can't you can't have regrets in life. Everything happens for a reason, and everything's meant to happen when it happens, regardless of the circumstances. Some might be hard to deal with at the time, but they make you a better and stronger person and give you a foundation to build off of. Who else just jumped on here? And like I said earlier, I'm trying to get my subs up, so comment, like, and subscribe. Got something in the works with my Matco man, not exactly sure what, but we're gonna be doing some type of giveaway when I hit 100 subscribers, and we'll see how that goes. So, Junior, where you from? Yeah. Trying to think of another topic that isn't so dark and morbid. Mississippi. You probably you probably follow Clay, huh? Man, Mississippi's one state I've never been to. I've always kind of wanted to go, just you know, somewhere to check out, but just never made it there. Been through it a couple times, but just never made it to actually staying, checking out Mississippi. Yeah, I'm quiet again. Trying to think of something else to talk about. Oh, damn. That's not a bad little drive. Yeah, actually, I've been trying to get up with Mike. I don't know if you follow Mike or not, but trying to get up with him. Want to go check out his Napa store and check out his operation. That guy, he's a go-getter right there. Doing he's doing some big things, and he's yeah, I kinda look at him as what I want to be when I get older. You know, he's been a pretty successful businessman for a number of years. He's had a lot of failures, and he's always overcame them and started doing, started his trucking business, got the Napa store, and I think he's got a couple little other endeavors that he does. But fuck. But yeah, um, I don't know. You got certain people that you see, and I don't want to say you idolize them or you look at them as role models or whatever, but you just see what they do, and you just there's no reason why you can't do it either. You know, and success isn't necessarily in a monetary value or uh, a status. That's right. You can do it. Just keep grinding. But it's not a monetary value, a status. It's just success is how you see yourself and what you've done with yourself. And as long as you're happy with what you've done and what you've accomplished, then you're successful. I mean, everybody wants to, you know, be a millionaire and say they don't want to have to worry about things, but shit, if you're a millionaire, then you just want to be a billionaire. I mean, let's just be logical. It's human nature to want more than what you got. I mean, in all honesty, all I want is to provide for my family, have a loving family, and, you know, make sure that we're living comfortably. I don't, you know, you're always going to have some type of debt or whatever. I mean, in my mind, it's inevitable. If you if you meet a person that is debt free, then that's a rich person. If an individual's debt free, owns their house, owns their cars, then that is a rich individual because they don't have anything to worry about. And until I until I make it to that level, then you're gonna be I don't know, you're gonna be in debt, and plain and simple. And I don't know, it's kind of the way I view things. It's not not to say that um it brings happiness, but you know, if if I could pay off my house, that's the only real debt I got right now. Minus a couple other bills, but I mean, my house payment's my main debt right now. If I paid that off, shit, I don't have anything to worry about. But you know, like I said before, um, shit, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, well, I don't have any cats. I have dogs, but I feel you, man. It's like I don't understand like wanting to be. People don't understand what they have. I mean, I cherish my family more than any possessions I have, and it's if I don't have my family, then I don't really have anything. So I don't really need anything if I didn't have my family. It's plain and simple. Yeah, Junior. Owning a house is a big responsibility, and but it's an accomplishment. You feel good. You know, paying for something that's yours, and I'd like to be. I've been trying to figure out a way to pay off my house sooner than later. Been watching a couple of videos and reading some articles on guys that got this uh, plan. I guess it's a budgeting thing, really more than anything on how to budget your money. And if you can pay a little bit extra on your mortgage and pay not just your regular payment, but pay it on the principal, then you can pay your house off quicker. Uh, and the one guy I was watching a video on, he paid his house off in 8 years, making $40,000 a year. So I figure if he can be paying his house off, making $40,000 a year, uh, it just really takes some buckling down and some real focus. But if you can pay a house off in 8 years, I don't know. I can't remember what his mortgage payment was or how much his house was for. What he paid for his house. But you know, regardless, he paid his house off in 8 years with a $40,000 a year income. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, if you stop and think about it, people go out and buy a new car. You know, my wife and I, we've been pretty fortunate. We bought a car in 2008, brand new. We paid it off in under 3 years, but you know, we, we were paying on it. We were paying down the principal a lot, and then when we bought my wife's car that she has now, we bought it used, but still we had a good payment on it. And man, I seriously don't know what his deal was. I really can't remember. I watched a video about 6 8 months ago, but it just stuck with me that the guy paid off his house, and like I said, I can't remember what his mortgage was and stuff like that, but he paid it off in 8 years. Man, if this boy's got to eat ramen to pay off my house in 8 years, I'd do it. I'm just saying. I know my wife wouldn't be too happy eating ramen, but shit, I'd I'd eat ramen to pay off my house in 8 years. I don't know who else is on here, but somebody else is on here, but they ain't saying anything. So they're just hanging out, which is cool. Not me, I ate a puppy of that shit. Man, I I feel you, man. I say I would eat ramen, but shit, come on. I I think I'd rather have just pay out my mortgage outright over the next however long I got left on it, 20 some years. Well, yeah, what? I think it was a 30-year mortgage, so like 27 years. I I think I'd be fine just not eating ramen and just pay it outright for the next 27 years. It's like a guy I work with, he's a he's a body guy, and he builds a couple of houses a year. And I was asking him the other day, I was like, man, I said, you either in debt up to your asshole, or you've got something else going on to be able to be, building houses, and because that's a lot of overhead, And he's like, oh man, he goes, I bought a bunch of property around here when I was younger, and sold it off, and that's what I've been building houses on. So every time I build a house, it's just kind of like, you know, it, he said it's like a big savings account, which makes sense. If you in an area and you can pick up land cheap and then turn around and sell it for a higher premium than what you bought it for, you know, you're onto something. But he went from building one house a year, and now he's up to like three houses a year, and he's actually getting ready to finish up a house and get it uh, sold. He's putting it on the market next week. And I was asking the other day, I said, so what's the price of it going for? And he's like, oh, I'm asking 145, I think he said. He's like, if I get 130, I'll be fine. Or, no, I'm sorry. He's asking 240,000, and he said if you got 230,000, he'd be fine. Um, but I mean, in my mind, that's a lot of that's a you know that's something you kind of gotta get rid of. It's like you're not making money unless you're on to the next project. And if he's, I want to know how much he's actually got into the house. If he says if he comes out with 230,000, he'll be fine. So what? It cost him. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say he's got um I'm gonna say 85 to 90,000 in the house. That's just my guess with building materials and labor costs and stuff. So yeah, he should be fine if he comes out at 230. I didn't get to see your whole comment there, Junior. Shit. Got 10 years left. I'm damn near a star for a first 20 I'm hitting. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah, my wife and I bought our first house in what, 2005 or 6? And we actually, surprisingly, we actually paid that when, almost had it paid off when I decided to join the Army. Um, it wasn't nothing special. It was actually just a double wide, but shit, it, you know, it's it's what you make of it. But anyway, we had that, and I think we about had it paid off. And then when I decided to join the Army, we sold it and came out a little bit ahead. I think we can, and when I say a little bit ahead, I think we made like $2,000 off the deal. So, but now have a house in here in North Carolina, and it's a nice house. I can't complain. It's a bigger house than what I would ever really think about needing. Not to say it's huge. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house. But you know, if it was up to me, I'd live in a damn 2-bedroom bungalow. I need a garage. I don't need a house. Well, Junior, I appreciate you hanging out with me, man. I'm about to jump off of here and just kind of relax. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel and you know, get the word out about my channel. And you know, I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. And you know, have yourself a good weekend. Enjoy your wife and cats, and you know, keep a positive outlook on life. Everything, everything is, you know, gonna be a good thing. So, saying that, have a good night. Uh, like I said, enjoy your weekend. And yeah, man, thanks for subscribing, man. I appreciate it. All right, man. Well, have a great night. See you later. Jay Howie out.